a Danielle Matthews appeal that if you have a story, please post it in ASEA Healthy Self. It builds the database for everyone, and you can tag your friend in that post. So let's say you're running coffee and say, hey, I need to tell you about my fracture, Huh, what happened? Tell you what, I'm going to send you a link and you can watch it. And as they go to the group to see your post, they will see everybody else. That's a very convenient way to do it, isn't it? Carolyn Hoffman said, leaders do what others will not do. That's why so few make it. And that's why they're so well paid. Economics explains, right? Supernormal profits are earned by a small group of people. If a lot of people has it, it's communist pay. So Laura shared that going to convention in 2019 totally changed her mindset. So yep. So make it for April, Las Vegas in 2022. Oh, the book that changed my view on the marketing, Massive Income. It's a horrible title. I have an issue with money. I don't know why I picked up that book, but it's a great book because it's a collection of people like Gene Ron, John Maxwell, Chris Widener, all the who's who in the industry has a short section in that book. It's like a compilation. It's available in Amazon. Or you can download Libby app. I'm not sure if US uses it, but Singapore, Malaysia has it. It's connected to your National Library. Singapore National Library has a copy of it. I got it free from there. Okay, so for Stephanie, for the bronze rank, your 2D300 doesn't have to be your direct sponsor. It could be somebody down the line. So if you have 4 children, son 1, son 2, daughter 3, daughter 4, you just need that somebody coming down from son 1 and maybe someone coming from daughter. You cannot have everybody coming from the same. So when I invite people for lunch, breakfast, or dinner, I don't tell them the intention. My intention is, let's catch up. How have you been? So I keep 80% of my conversation to friendship. And then I will keep 20% to creating interest. If you do 80% on a seer, that's called a sales call. That's called a sales meeting. Your friend will leave the meeting feeling very unhappy unless they are very fascinated by whatever that you're saying. Okay, then it's different. So usually I will talk. But in that 80%, what am I doing? I'm asking questions, I'm having conversation, I'm being interested in them, I'm making sure that they enjoy time with me. People care how they feel, how you make them feel. People care that you care more than what you know. So people care that you care. People care about how you make them feel. So in every meeting, be very, very sensitive to how the whole atmosphere and the feeling is like. I tell that to myself. And I tell myself to be interested in them as a person and to really care about them and not see them as a prospect or a suspect or an ROI. It gets very difficult as you do this long enough. Yeah, so I do that. People can sense it. People has no immunity against genuine sincerity. So if you are authentic and you are sincere, you can trust that the process will take care of itself. It is not eloquence that convinces people. It's the heart. Something in my heart has reached your heart. All right. So I will be interested in them. But as we are interested, we are listening. How can you say that you're interested if you're not listening? As you listen, you will hear things about them. Circumstances. You hear regret. You hear longing. You hear difficulties. And as you are genuinely interested, you will ask a question. It's like, hey, let's say the day I was talking to a friend over text messages. I have evolved to be able to do text message now. I say, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm working. How old are your children? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, so you're a full-time working mom? Oh, I was home for a year with my kid, but now I'm back to work. I say, yeah, times are tight. Money is tight, right? Yeah, money is tight. I would love to be my children at home. Bingo, I got my opening. In every conversation, I'm looking for an opening. And if I'm not sure, I'll just keep the conversation going. Okay. And then because I don't know this person well, if you have a close friend, enjoy time with your friend. The conversation will be longer because you have a lot to catch up. When you're in my stage where the people I talk to, I don't even talk to them for 20 years. It's really awkward to have a conversation for too long. People have interest dies down. So I will launch the opening faster. Okay, so when I talk to cold market or people I don't know very well, I'm very upfront with my intentions because I don't have a close relationship to boast of. To pretend that I have one is insincere, right? So it's more like a bit like, oh, we didn't talk for 20 years. So since after school, where did you go? A bit of a catch up. And then I go, hey, if there's something that could help you make that happen, will you be interested? Huh? What do you mean? I said, I was a full-time mom. So you have a story, right? Everybody have a story. If you don't have that story, borrow someone's story. Hey, I know somebody who was a mom who wanted to do this, wanted to do what you wanted to, and she did it with this, right? Someone was in your shoes, had the same dream as you, and they managed to find that dream by doing this. Point A to point B, and what's the bridge? Okay, so Buffy, like my illustration, right? Yeah, grow bamboo, don't grow bean sprouts, okay? Honestly, what I talked about, I feel like a repeat. I don't see how different is this from scale one, honestly. But actually, this business really is just about the few simple things, doing it over and over and over again. Does Danelle, Carolyn, or Lynn want to add any words to this? We can just unmute and say something.
Oh, beautifully, Edwina.
Thank you, Lynn. Okay, this question. Do you sign up somebody immediately on a three-way Zoom, or do you thought later? If they tell you, I want to buy, then ask them, shall we do it now? I mean, why the wait? Okay, why do I say this? Like when I first started, I'm very afraid to say this because I think I'm pushy. But think about it, people are busy. If now the energy is high and they're looking at something, would you want them to sign off, go back to work, go back to their children, go back to gardening, and then have to bring their attention back to a seer again and try to figure out how to sign up? Do your friend a favor, make it easy, and say, hey, shall we do it now? If I do it with you over Zoom, it's a 5-minute thing. If you do it on your own, it maybe take longer. And most people have questions anyway. So if they think that I could do it faster with you, why not do it now? It's a 10-minute thing, right? So I would say do it now. If they say, oh, I can't do it now because I have to run, then let them run. Oh, I got to go back and think about it, then let them think about it. So I would ask that question and act on what they say. Can one reach bronze with mostly PC? You have to have 2 D300s. So you have to at least have 2 associates with binary qualified. You need to have at least 2 associates who's kind of like sharing and building the business with you. If you want to fill the rest of it with PCs, I guess you can. But it also means that you are the one enrolling everybody. It also means that you're working with half volume. So you'll need double the number. Okay. But if you can bring these PCs to a 3-way call with a leader, every leader tries our best to pitch the opportunity for you because we know it's really, really hard for new people to do it. And we have 1,000,001 ways to bring up that topic. Trust us. We will try to open that door for you to see if some of your PCs may want to be an associate. So simply connect on a 3-way call. Just say, hey, I'd like you to meet my friend, or this is someone who helps me with the product. And she's really knowledgeable and I love talking to her. I just want to introduce you to. It can be as simple as that. Okay, they say, oh, this is my friend Carol. She really loved the product and she saw this work. Carol, would you tell Edwina all about it? Then we talk. And then a connection creates, right? Then Edwina will go like, hey, Carol, have you talked about helping somebody with it, right? So you trust us with that conversation. Okay, I'm glad that Natasha said she had aha moments about herself. Leaders are simply a more advanced version of you. You are exactly where we were years ago. So I have my Ashtami, I wish I'm like you. Don't wish. You will be like us. The rigors of this business, the rigors of doing this business will give you a leadership shine. So don't try too hard to be a leader too early. I want to repeat that. I have 2 different dichotomy. Some people are very afraid to step up in leadership, even though they're already a leader. Some people are very eager to look like a leader, be like a leader when they're not there yet. The most important in this business is income producing activities, which is called your DMO. This is the real work. Everything else doesn't pay. All right. So work on this. When you work on this enough, you will be able to sound right, look the part, and have value to offer. Then leadership makes sense and it will come out very naturally. If it doesn't come out, the leader above you will fish you out and tell you, come and do this with me. Go and do this presentation. Go and speak on the stage. We will bring you to the front of the room. We will fish you out for sure. Don't worry about that. All right. So when someone invites you to the front of the room, please go by faith because we will not set you up to fail. But when you get up there and prove to yourself that you can do it, you know that it's true. But until you have that validation, you do not know. Okay. If you're not there yet, please focus on IPA or DMO. Work the business. The rest will follow. Okay. And if you have strong leadership in your team, sponge off your leader volunteer to help them. We appreciate it. This is called team. At the end of the day, we are a team of leaders. It's not a monarchy, all right? We're not the queen who calls the shots, and actually we do all the work actually. So what's there about a queen? So all right, I would like some ending words from the rest of the leaders. Come, Danielle, Carolyn.
No, I mean, just great points, Edwina. I mean, I think it's also important to you just reflecting on what you were saying about not trying to be a leader too soon. I mean, the company actually considers emerging leaders as gold and platinum, and that's when you get invited to emerging leader additional training by the company.
I think you covered everything so beautifully. I guess what I would just end with is, guys, we have so many promotions. Edwina mentioned they're all stacked together. And fly information, like what is your team doing? How can you leverage it? How can you make them all kind of link and work together? It's a really special time right now, like a really special time. I know when a promotion like this came out, I watched my mom go to platinum in like a day, like 7,000 in volume came in. I mean, there's so much that you can do. So talk to your upline, get dialed in to how to actually, work this promotion. And I can't wait to see all that happens in the next I guess we have a month.
Danielle, let me up that. I ranked double and triple in 24 hours with Double Fast Start. The magic, I created a video, self-explanatory, 2 minutes long, and a visual slide. I drop it in my group chat. I have leaders and people who know how to use that and operate it. The whole organization went well. My phone died in the 18 hours. I was not involved. I turned my phone on, my jaw dropped. All right. So this is what leaders do, right? Because I will spend time on tools because I know one tool changes everything for my business, changes everything for everybody. But if you don't have that base, the time you spend on tools is not worth the money. Spend time on IPA. All right. If you're at this level where your one screw can change the whole system, then it's worth doing the screw. Okay, there's one last question from Nani. If someone wants to try the product, but they insist on using small quantities, and after a month they give up because they don't reach their goal, do you make them buy what they want? Or do you know that in this way you risk losing them and you don't satisfy them? I can answer this, but I don't know if a new associate can answer this question. If you can bring your leader into this question, how? Three-way calls? Zooms? No, they don't want to talk to you at all. Then let us record an audio message or a text message that you can forward to them. The answer is this. This is what I'll tell the person. May I know what do you want to see with the product in 1 month? Then I will be very honest to say that, no, you cannot cure the big C disease in 1 month unless a miracle from heaven appears for you. I'm being very honest. Okay, is that, this kind of issues in my experience of 4 years, looking at 1,000 people worldwide, I can honestly tell you, I've seen a success rate of 60% if people use it this way. I can say that because I have credibility. A new associate cannot say that. It looks like fraud. So when you bring a leader in, and this person sounds credible, competent, experienced, your friend will buy that credibility. And say, no, I want to just buy a small quantity because I don't have a budget. I say, okay, can I suggest to you that in that small quantity, what is the realistic expectation for you to see? And let's talk about it if it's worth your while. So this kind of conversation takes posture, takes confidence. Most leaders can achieve this. Most new people really cannot. So you have to bring us in. You bring us in, we can handle any objection they throw in our face. I guarantee that. If we can't do it, we cannot reach where we are. We have reached where we are by handling every stone thrown in our face, and we survive. Okay, so you have great support. Don't worry, you're not on your own. You just need to find a way to bring us in somehow, and we are there for you. So Nani, if you can't, I can give you in English. You could translate it for me. That's one way, okay, to overcome the language barrier. Okay.